we have a little bit of technology right now. We have this crazy text string. All right, here's how it all happens. It'll happen tonight like this. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, last dishes go out. All the individual stations have a little, powwow. Here's what I'm low on. Here's what I need, to do for tomorrow. Each individual cook, each individual station will come up with a skeleton idea of what they want the menu to look like the following day, but it's just a skeleton, right? It's just a very much a rough draft. And then we collate all of the needs from all the stations from both restaurants into one order that gets texted to the farm. Keep in mind that the first of the farm crew is up and in the fields by 5 or 6 in the morning, and it turns out that's actually when all the cooks are going to bed. So we have that, to deal with. So, around midnight or whatever, the text goes out to the farm crew. First thing in the morning, farm crew reads that, digests it. They'll start harvesting through everything. They'll send a text if they have a bobble, like, hey, you asked for arugula, and we're actually in between beds of arugula, so we can send you, here are your 3 choices, tatsoi, mizuna, and chokara, spicy green, whatever. And then that text doesn't get answered until usually around 11 when the cooks are starting to wake up.
Day's half over here.
Exactly, yeah. And then harvest gets completed. The last little bits get harvested. It makes it into the restaurant around noon, 12:30. That's when the cooks arrive, and then they pick through everything, and they're like, all right, so now it's going to be arugula instead of this or that or the other thing. And then they're able to sort of flesh out all the dishes where they had written their rough draft. Go through prep. Prep usually finishes in crossing my fingers. Usually around 4:30 to 5. They last draft of the menu gets written at around 4:45 to 5.
And you're serving by 5.
Serving by 5:30. We print the menu at 5. We do line up with the wait staff at 5:10. We open the doors at 5:30. Now everything runs like clockwork, but we have to hold ourselves accountable to that schedule. The schedule and the system, texting back and forth and that sort of thing, has created a lot of flexibility for us. It's very, very dynamic. It can change all the way up until 4:45.
And I feel like the big thing I'm pulling from this, I mean, obviously good communication, systems, processes, and schedules, right, for like repetition. But the big thing is to start with a broad, general idea of what you want to do and stay in this, and then hone it in over time. So
that's right.
To be basically flexible and be willing to work with people and understand that it's not this person trying to screw me over if they don't give me exactly what I want. It's kind of, this is what real cooking is. It's what's at your disposal. It's what's immediately available to you when you try to do it the slow way.
Yep. That is, that's absolutely, the way it works. To do it the other way, the way all the rest of the restaurants do it. Chef writes the menu. The beef has horseradish and arugula and celery mousse or whatever it is, on it. And when those ingredients come from the food service truck and they're not of great quality or they don't come at all, then there's lots of fist pounding and lots of yelling into phones and, hey, you screwed me over because you didn't send the blah 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 blah, and whatnot. And for us, like there's no way we could write menus and execute menus that way with the expectation that everything had to be the same, right? It's kind of like, in a sense, it's kind of like surfing. Like our menu writing style is very much like surfing. You don't tell the wave, how you want it to behave. Like you
react to it.
You react to the wave as you have it. And in a surfing metaphor, everybody goes like, duh, of course. But, for chefs, that's
got to be fluid. You think about water, it takes any form, right? You got to be ready to move into any situation and take the form that you need to take that day.
That's right.
I love it.